Now, I'm sure you all heard of Diddy. Yes, Puff Daddy. In real time, as of right now, Diddy is becoming a horror villain. Yes, I said it. He's becoming a horror icon. I'll be surprised if there's not a horror movie within the next 4 years about Diddy. But as of now, we have horror stories about Diddy. 2024, horror stories about Diddy. Now, I'm gonna listen to three of them. And not only are we gonna listen to them, we're watching them animated. And I, I don't know shit about these stories for real. Excuse my language. So this is gonna be a surprise to me because I don't keep up with it. But I do want to see it because it's horror. And as y'all know, and if you don't know, I love horror shit, scary shit. Get me out my fucking boots type shit. Let me stop. That didn't make sense. But listen, if it's a horror thing, aka a horror story, horror movie, horror game, it's only right for me to turn my light off. You feel me? You feel me? Now let's get into the video.
I'd never thought a single night
Story
could
one,
turn my
man.
life upside down, but that's exactly what happened after that night at P. Diddy's party. You'd think an invitation to one of the biggest celebrity events in Miami would be the stuff of dreams, but I
Excuse me.
promise you, that night was anything but. It all started so simply. I was living in LA, trying to make it big in the music industry, like countless others. The connections weren't coming through.
Hey man, not gonna hold you. No Kizzy. The music. The music with the motherfucking voice. This nigga got the nigga voice, bro. Scary as fuck. Go on a minute. I got the chills. I got the motherfucking chills. Feel like Diddy finna pop up out of nowhere. Slid down my door with some baby oil. You feel me? My bad. My bad. Let me get back to the video.
And I was starting to wonder if I was wasting my time clinging to nothing. Then, out of nowhere, a friend introduced me to someone they called the Prince. He was rich, mysterious, and apparently well connected with big producers. We hung out a couple of times. He heard me sing and instantly promised that he'd take my career to the next level. Said he could introduce me to some of the biggest names.
The Prince.
And then came the invitation. An exclusive freak-off party with P. Diddy himself.
Why that hoe clean though? Why that hoe clean? It reminds me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with the golden ticket with a P on it. A golden invitation with P on it. No pun intended. Why am I talking like this? But that shit look clean. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, I don't support it. But the invitation was live.
Right in the heart of Miami during Ultra Music Week. It was supposed to be wild, unforgettable, life-changing.
Life-changing for sure.
As we arrived, I knew something was wrong.
What happened?
The mansion was huge, glowing against the night like something out of a magazine. People were everywhere. Celebrities I'd only seen on TV. Models draped in barely
I don't know who that
outfits.
is.
Everyone looked perfect, but as I looked
I don't know who that
around,
is
I
either.
started to
Eric
feel
Andre?
it. But before I could react, security patted us down, took our phones, and locked them in these weird little bubble cases.
What the fuck?
No cameras, no
Bubble
recording.
cases.
That should have been my first sign. They weren't preventing pictures. They were hiding something big and nasty. Back then, I was naive enough to brush it off, thinking it was just some high-profile security measure. This was a private party, after all. Inside, everything felt different. It was dark, too dark, even with all the lights and music. I could see
That's
people in the
crazy, bro.
pool
It's
already
like
tipsy.
if it's like that, it's like everybody that's in the dark is like really trying to sit back and pick their victim type shit. You feel me? Like they already like know what's going on, so they just letting everybody else in the middle. You feel me? Sit out like a buffet. Ooh, I'm going for them next. Ooh, I'm going for them next. Shit like that. That's what I'm feeling like right now. Cause this shit right here is crazy.
Some skinny dipping.
And then the bartenders, I feel like they hired bartenders, just some random people. Like, oh, you're a bartender. You want to come to my party? That they find attractive Just to get, man.
As waiters walked around,
You're not just
handing
getting people
out
that want to be
drinks. The
celebrities.
air was
No.
laced with smoke and the thick scent of perfume. I tried to fit in, holding a drink, but something in me told me not to sip. It felt like eyes were on
Smart
me, even when I
ass.
wasn't looking. Then, out of the crowd, I noticed him, P. Diddy.
Oh my God.
He wasn't just a party host. He was the king of the court, strolling through the rooms, eyes gleaming.
Bro, they said king of the court. This nigga looking like Kingpin for real, bro. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
Watching everything like a hawk. Then he spotted me. He
Oh,
stared
nah.
and nodded,
Oh,
as if
nah.
I'd been singled out.
I give up already, man. Don't look at me like that. I'm scared.
At first,
I'm
he
scared.
kept his distance, just glancing at
I'm
me
scared.
now and
I
then,
would've-
almost like he was studying me.
I would
I
have
started
left.
to feel a strange tension.
Let me
Everywhere I
stop that.
turned, he seemed to be there, watching from a dark corner, or smiling to himself,
Bro,
like he knew something I didn't.
smiling to himself is crazy.
After a while, things got weirder. A man approached me, one of Diddy's sons, I think, and handed me
they
a pair
talking
of
about
white terry cloth
Kong,
slippers.
King,
Go in
Kong.
the house.
Oh,
He said,
is
"It's for
his name? Is his son named King? Or is that? I know T.I. name is son. T.I. son name is King. King too.
VIPs only." I
Wait,
looked
what
back,
happened?
going sons, I think, and handed me a pair of white terry cloth slippers. "Go in the house," he said. "It's for VIPs only." I looked back, wanting to bring the prince along, but he waved me
Hello,
off.
bro. I gotta figure out who this is. I gotta see who this is. You feel me? I wasn't expecting boom, boom. Nobody know who the first story about? Oh, don't look like him. Oh, there you go. Tania. What phone that? Is it Tania? Or let me see, bro. Let me see who this is. Tania. Oh, it's Tania Pop P. Diddy. Popping up already. That's who it is, y'all. Can you see it? I don't know if y'all can see it like that. I don't know who that is. But she cute. She cute. I just don't know who that is. I never seen her before. I wonder if she went to this party for no reason.
"Just you," he said with a grin. My gut screamed at me to leave right then, but I told myself that this was my shot. I'd made it this far. I couldn't turn back now. Inside the house, it was worse. The lights were
Does she have the
dim.
slippers on? Oh, she got them motherfuckers
Inside
on.
the house, it was worse. The lights were dim, but I could make out everything. People were doing things.
Yo.
In each corner, there was something more bizarre, something so nasty
What
the
the
food would
fuck?
churn in your stomach. It was like watching a nightmare come alive. People dressed in strange costumes,
Furries.
indulging in
Clown.
fetishes,
What the? I don't know
things I'd
what that. I
only
don't think
seen in
them
movies.
clowns for real. Oh shit, I know who that is.
In the center of it all was P. Diddy, watching everyone, his gaze
Fuck
sweeping
no.
over the room like a predator
Fuck no.
stalking his prey. And then he locked eyes with me.
See, yeah.
I wanted to look
I would've
away,
been gone,
but
bro.
I was terrified. There was this darkness in his eyes, something almost inhuman. He started walking toward me, slow, deliberate, that same predatory grin plastered on his face. My heart was pounding. Every
Bro, what
instinct
the
was
fuck?
screaming for me to run. But his words...
Nah, bro, this shit real like scary, bro. Like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
his words are what froze me in place. "Enjoying my little party? You know, your life will never be the same after tonight."
Nah,
Then he
nah,
was
that's
gone,
crazy.
leaving me standing there, trying to catch my
That's
breath. I
crazy.
couldn't stay any longer.
And then
I
he
turned to
vanished.
leave,
No,
but before I could reach,
he vanished from in front of her, and ended up. What the fuck, bro? Who is this nigga, bro?
The door, he was there again, blocking my way. His hand rested heavily on my shoulder. I forced a smile and tried to brush past him, but he grabbed my arm, pulling me closer and whispering, "Don't worry, you'll get used to it eventually." His voice was dripping with something sinister.
See, I'm telling you, bro.
I jerked
I'm
away.
telling you, bro. This nigga's sinister as fuck. And I got that feeling before he even came out, bro. Every time I used to see this nigga growing up, I'd be like, oh, this nigga here. I just don't like this motherfucker. And now I know why. Now I know why, bro.
My skin crawled at his touch as I stumbled toward the exit. The prince was waiting by the exit with a six.
It made sense. He go to the party, so I'm pretty sure. It's not shocking that he turned on her or was against her the whole time or set her up. Oh, let me see what happened.
Smile on his face. He'd known all along.
Yeah,
I could see it now. The entire night was a setup.
Setup type shit.
I thought you wanted to make it big. He smirked, inching closer.
Bro, who is this nigga, bro?
Closer. With all my strength, I pushed past him and ran. I only remember running around the mansion like a maniac until I spotted an unguarded opening. It was towards the forest. I somehow managed to escape and hail a cab. My heart raced the entire way home. When I finally got back,
that's what I'm talking about. She got away. I did not expect that. I thought something was crazy gonna happen, bro. Cause when she ran out and she was in the middle of the party, I thought everybody was finna like attack her or some shit, bro. I was low key scared for her, but okay. She got away. That's cool. That's cool.
Back to my place, I realized just how close I'd come to something unspeakable. I'd heard stories about the industry, about the things people would do for fame, but I'd never truly believed it to be that horrifying until that night. Now, whenever I see him on TV,
that's
smiling
crazy,
like he's
bro.
Untouchable, I remember his words, that cold grin, the way he looked at me like I was a toy for his pleasure.
And he all over the media, bro.
Somewhere out there, there are others like me, people who thought they could handle the darkness until it was too late with no way out. Self-proclaimed bad boy for life, Sean Diddy Combs is facing serious legal issues following numerous allegations
I didn't have to look it up for real.
harassment, and sex trafficking throughout his career. The story is based on the victim's interview. For more details on the horror of P. Diddy's parties, you can watch the real-life interview given by Tanea at My Night at P. Diddy's Freak Off. Tanea.
Oh, that was Tanea. It's Tanea. That was the...
We had just arrived in Beverly Hills 2 days earlier, excited about the unique opportunity to attend one of the most exclusive parties.
So, okay, of course he be bouncing around. Because the first one was in Miami. Now this one's in Beverly Hills, which is California. Miami's in Florida. 2 different coasts down there. Yeah, not damn near. There is 2 different coasts. Is there? Yeah, I don't, yeah. I'm not good with geography. It's geography. Yeah.
In the country. I'm an independent musician, and honestly, this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for my career. I decided to bring my girlfriend, Sherry, with me. We never imagined that our little adventure
both look like some creepy ass motherfuckers.
A private party hosted by Sean, better known as P. Diddy. One of his famous white parties.
Oh, that nigga name is Sean.
Felt so surreal, almost like living in a movie. It was unbelievable. Celebrities everywhere. Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Adele, Taylor Swift, and the great Beyonce, who walked through the party like...
Beyonce? Beyonce? Okay, that's crazy. I mean, it makes sense. Because, you know, earlier I was on Twitter. You know, Twitter got our news and shit. About Jay-Z and what's that shit? Yeah, Jay-Z and Diddy basically, and a 13-year-old. So it's not too far-fetched to have Beyonce on the list. But what really shocked me, Taylor Swift and Adele. Adele, for real. Hello, it's me. I've been wondering if after all the years you like to meet and go over everything. That Adele? That's crazy. That Taylor Swift? I mean, she is big as fuck. She is. But I just did not see her being at the Diddy party. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Goddess among men. And why shouldn't she be? She's one of the biggest stars around. But what caught my attention the
That's
most
crazy,
was
bro.
the man of the hour, P. Diddy, the host of the party and the one who would give me the chance to become a major artist. The night felt glamorous. The lights shimmered over the pool as the guests, mostly celebrities and influential figures, laughed and drank non-stop.
That's
It
just
was
my
then
legs
that
up.
our host approached us, P. Diddy. He greeted us with a smile that was as charming as it was imposing. This man could make you disappear with a snap of his fingers. He offered me a drink that I couldn't refuse. "I've heard of you, Jonathan," he said. His words were odd, or rather his tone was excited and far from friendly, but I remained enthusiastic. "You have potential. Maybe we can do something great in music together." I was completely ecstatic.
Hey, why he sound like Diddy a little bit when he did that?
Diddy,
That nigga sound like him.
in music together.
That nigga sound like him a little bit.
"You have potential. Maybe we can do something great
That's
in
crazy.
music together." I was completely ecstatic because the great Diddy, without even talking to him first, was offering me a chance to make it with the big names in music. It felt unreal. But Sherry noticed something strange. There were a lot of people much younger than us at the party, accompanied by much older men.
Whoa.
We thought they were her parents. We were too impressed to
Like
be there
that?
in the midst of all of this luxury.
Like
But as
that?
the hours passed, the atmosphere grew darker, more unsettling. The partygoers began to disappear. All the younger people and the old men were gone, and the laughter turned to unsettling whispers. Something was happening, and the looks on the celebrities' faces made it clear. Diddy passed his hands over a few artists, and then he came over to me. He said he wanted to talk, suggested I stay a little longer, and then he had something special in store for me.
It's time to go.
Sherry told me the moment she realized something was wrong.
Listen
But
to
before
your
we could
wife,
leave,
nigga.
2 guards blocked our
Oh,
way,
damn.
and P. Diddy's smile was gone. Now his face showed something that made my skin crawl. We tried to remain calm, but his tone changed. "Leaving already?" he asked, almost mockingly. "The party's just getting started for you two." They led us to a secluded room in the mansion, a luxurious suite, but locked. As we walked toward the room,
What the fuck, bro? This real life happened, bro? Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Diddy did this shit. Keeping people in, basically kidnapping them. Locking them in the party. Big ass mansion. What the
we could
fuck?
hear children crying or gasping. It was terrifying. We wanted to leave, but
Oh
they
my
wouldn't
God.
let us. Once inside, we realized that we were
What the
prisoners there.
fuck?
P. Diddy wanted something from me, and it wasn't just a music deal. We had been tricked, lured into a trap with no way out. My heart raced as I tried to find a way to escape while Sherry was terrified, and I couldn't stop thinking about how to protect her. But it was no use. This night wasn't about us or our safety. It was about fulfilling the sick desires of someone who had been playing us from the beginning. Muffled screams, banging on the door. No one would come to help us. Diddy said the guards could have their fun with the girl and that he wanted the big prize. I tried to protect her, but there was nothing I could do. They hit me and left me on the floor, watching him laugh and take his shirt off.
What?
Please stop!
Let her go! You will not
Whoa.
interrupt my men. Let her go!
He got shot.
Sean Diddy Combs, known for his legendary White Party events, has gone from being a dominant figure in the entertainment industry
the fuck,
to facing
bro?
serious criminal charges. The gatherings, attended by stars including
Man, real second, bro. Quick second. I mean, I know you probably finna tell me. Let me see.
Justin Bieber, Mariah Carey, and Paris Hilton, were once seen as the event of the year, but are now mired in allegations of abuse and exploitation, with some attendees claiming they were victims of it all. The U.S. Attorney's Office has accused Combs of sex trafficking and racketeering, with more than a dozen civil lawsuits alleging sexual abuse, extortion, and violence. The lawsuits describe an environment in which drugs and threats were allegedly used to coerce people, and some participants said they felt intimidated by Combs' power in the industry.
I want to
In
know who
one
that nigga
such
was,
case,
bro.
singer Cassie, Combs' ex-girlfriend, accused him of extreme manipulation and abuse. In addition, the so-called freak-off parties, secret events marked by excess and violence, were a key element of the federal charges. Combs' downfall has rocked the industry, and activists hope it'll lead to a shift towards greater accountability. Despite his denial of the charges, the world is watching the trial, scheduled for 2025, to learn the fate of the once powerful hip-hop mogul.
Awaken to a world of wonder in Final Fantasy XIV Online.
I don't find nothing about that nigga Jonathan, bro.
Take it easy and play your way. Whether it's fishing,
I'm trying
I'll
to
never
figure out
forget
who that
heroin
nigga was.
night.
Did he
I
die, bro?
went to a mansion party thinking it was just another Hollywood opportunity. My friend Jen had invited me, all hyped up about how this
Uh-oh.
would be the place to make real connections. We were both models at the time and it was paying well, but we wanted more. Anyone can be a model, but to be a star? Now that was a dream worth chasing.
There's gonna be A-listers at the party, babe. Reb told that this is the party. We can't miss this, babe. Who knows? Maybe you'll find yourself a daddy.
Jen said, while putting on a skimpy dress and
No, that's
throwing me
crazy.
another one to pull.
I
Daddy.
don't need that. And I don't think Florida would have a better scene than LA. Babe, it's different. LA is like sophisticated. Florida is where these celebs go wild. I heard it's like a big music producer's party and everyone's gonna be there.
As we pulled up to the Florida mansion, lit up like a freaking candle. The minute we got to the entrance, though, things felt off. There were bodyguards everywhere, and they didn't look friendly. The vibe was stiff, and we had to go through this weird check-in where they practically scrutinized every inch of us. They told us, no photos, no phones, and definitely no asking the wrong questions. You don't tell your age if anyone asks. You don't ask anyone their age, their name, or what they do. And you sign this NDA. Whatever you see inside, you are legally prohibited from talking about it. I almost laughed because I thought it was some joke, but Jen nudged me, looking serious. The bodyguard took us to another room, where one by one we were weighed. Any woman who was over 140 was denied entry. Crazy.
Damn.
Inside, the place was insane. It was like stepping into some glossy magazine spread. Super luxe decor, endless drinks, drugs being served around on platters, and people who looked like they'd stepped out of a music video. For a second, I tried to let myself relax, but as I was about to take a sip of my drink, something just told me not to. Maybe it was that instinct that girls have, you know? Jen wandered off, and I was trying to blend in, smiling, nodding, just trying to look like I belonged. I saw so many famous actors and childhood crushes and pop stars. Then I noticed this fat guy by the pool. He was watching me,
Is
like
that Diddy?
really watching me. He sauntered over with
Oh, that's
this
not Diddy.
confident
He said,
grin
"What the
that
fuck?"
felt anything but friendly. He started some small talk, but I just got this ick feeling. I laughed it off and tried to slip away, heading for the bathroom.
The fuck?
But guess who followed? Inside the bathroom, I tried to act cool, but my heart was racing. And suddenly there he was, in the doorway, cornering me. He leaned in close and whispered, "You know, I could make your life very easy if you're a little fun." His words were so slimy, it was like I could feel them on my skin. His breath stank of cigarettes and alcohol. I wanted to scream, but I was just frozen.
This is the ladies' room.
Then this is where I want to be, girl. Before I could think of what to do, one of the stalls
It's not
creaked
funny,
open,
but
and this older woman stumbled out in a badly fitting bikini. She was decked out in diamonds, looked loaded, and didn't seem the least bit fazed by the guy or the situation. She took one look at me, then at him, and instead of helping, she flashed me this knowing smile.
You got such kissable lips.
She said, like she was complimenting my shoes or something, and then snorted a line right there on the counter. I couldn't believe how casual this was for him. I was stunned, and then she turned to him, starting this weird argument like she was defending her territory.
I'll pay for her.
Bull, she's mine.
Everything here is for everybody.
And this whole party is mine. Move on, bitch. You don't know who you're talking to. They started raising their voices, which honestly was
What
the
the
first
fuck?
thing
Who
I
is
was
this nigga,
grateful
bro?
for all night. It drew the attention of a nearby bodyguard, who finally stepped in. I thank God. But as he walked up, he gave me this dead-eyed look and said, "Stop causing a scene. Either pick one of them or get out." That was it.
Damn.
I was done. My brain kicked into survival mode. I slipped past all three of them and got out of there. I went to find Jen, but she had her tongue down the mouth of a famous rapper, so I was scuttled. I didn't stop until I was out of the mansion, inhaling fresh air, shaking, wondering what on
What?
earth I'd just gotten myself into. Back in the cab, I could barely
Okay,
believe
she
it.
got away
All I
too.
wanted was to make connections, to get ahead. But that night showed me the real underbelly of this world.
No,
The
that's
one
crazy.
No one warns you about.
So she
until
went
it's
there.
Too late. This story is inspired
Uh-oh.
from real-life accounts of P. Diddy's parties, where girls
don't know who
were
that
told
nigga
what to
was.
wear,
Was that P. Diddy?
slotted
Or was
based
it
on
just-
their weights, and were treated like props for
I
the
don't think it was
whims
him.
of powerful people.
Nah, that shit crazy, bro. Listen, bro. Anything like that happen, bro, I'm swinging.